I want to get to one more thing because, frankly, I don't think it's going to get a lot of coverage in the corporate media, but to me, pretty damn historic. Listen, I ain't going to sugarcoat it, folks. The polls right now show Elizabeth Warren is surging. I've gotten some of you being angry at me to say that, but I'm not going to twist reality. She is moving up. A lot of the polls have her in second. I think some of those polls are kind of bullshit. The NBC poll that just came out, literally showed it was 500 people. And the majority of people they surveyed was landline phones. So that's part of why Warren was beating Bernie by 11 points. If you're only doing landlines, not a lot of young people have landlines, and the overall sample is 500 people, yeah, you're going to have someone like Elizabeth Warren doing very well. Other polls have showed it closer. There was a Fox News poll that came out with Bernie in second place. And of course, I posted a video earlier today. MSNBC literally said, I'm just dismissing this poll. I find the NBC one more interesting. This is what they're saying. Watch that video. It's insane. And Morning Joe literally just said, I'm dismissing this poll. I find the other one that's better for Warren. I find that one more interesting. This is propaganda 101. It's like MSNBC is a super PAC. And I promise you, you're probably not going to hear them report a pretty damn impressive thing. Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign on Thursday announced it has received contributions from more than 1 million individual donors, making Sanders the fastest candidate in history to reach the milestone. With 1 million contributors, this is the only Democratic campaign that has more supporters than Donald Trump. Our strength is in numbers, and that is why Bernie Sanders is the only candidate who's able to say his campaign will rely only on grassroots funding in both the primary and against Donald Trump. Listen, folks, the bottom line is she wasn't asked about this during the debate because the moderators are there to prop her up. She wasn't asked about this after the debate when CNN gave her a little love fest. She's not asked about this at any campaign rallies. And by the way, during the interview, I interviewed a candidate for our camera person position. One of the things I said is I want to go cover Warren on the road because, frankly, I think some of her supporters, God bless them, need to have some more challenging questions asked to them. I'm not saying I'm going to beat them over the head, but they need to be challenged a little bit. Like, why her over Bernie Sanders? I genuinely want to know. And I'd like to challenge those perceptions just like I challenged Hillary Clinton voters. Again, I don't think Warren is Hillary Clinton. I don't think she's as bad as Hillary Clinton. Some of you do. I don't think she's as bad as Joe Biden. Some of you do. I definitely think she's better than Donald Trump. If you don't like it, tough. That's what I believe. But the media has been propping her up, but nobody asks her, well, you're standing there ranting and raving about corruption, but you're saying, well, in the primary, I'm against corruption, but in the general, well, got to do business. Got to compete with Donald Trump, so yeah, I'll take the money. I'll take big bank money. I'll take big oil money. I'll take big pharma money. I'll take big real estate money. Well, if you're already making these little, philosophical, ethical trade-offs to get elected, we're supposed to believe you're not going to do that as president? You're either against corruption or you're not. You're either against money suffocating our politics or you're not. And by the way, I don't understand her strategy because if you became the Democratic nominee, you're not going to have to go beg rich people for money. You're going to have, if you do it the right way, if you became the nominee the right way, you're going to have a small dollar tsunami around you to beat Donald Trump. You don't need the wealthy's money. And go ask President Hillary Clinton how the money worked out for her. She outspent and outraised Donald Trump 2-1. Pretty damn impressive. Bernie Sanders launched this campaign at the end of February. March, April, May, June, July, August. In 6 months, he has gotten individual donations from 1 million people. That is the fastest anyone has gotten to 1 million donors in history. You think maybe that should be mentioned on CNN? You think maybe that should be mentioned by, I don't know, New York Times, Washington Post? You think maybe they should go interview some of those donors? Why do you keep donating? Because a lot of those donors are repeat customers. A lot of those donors, I think the Sanders campaign has set it up where you're just subscribed every month and the money's taken out. I bet you if it was Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden or Joe Biden's politically dead carcass, oh, they'd be all over it. So, bottom line, listen, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I think Elizabeth Warren is moving up. Frankly, if we're keeping it real, at this point, she's had tens of millions of dollars of free advertising. They have propped her up on CNN. They have propped her up on MSNBC, adoring coverage from the New York Times, adoring coverage from the Washington Post, Associated Press. I have a plan. Yeah, a lot of your plans are recycled Bernie plans. Let's just be honest. Okay? And frankly, listen, a lot of you don't like when I say this, but I just keep it real. I'm not going to placate my audience. I'm always going to be honest. If she became the nominee, which at this point I don't see happening, I personally would vote for her. I don't think she's Hillary Clinton. And frankly, at this point, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared for another 4 years of Donald Trump. I don't think our planet could take it, based on what he's doing to the environment. But I don't think she's going to be the nominee, and I'll tell you why. I don't think she's authentic. I don't think she means what she says. I'm going to cover tomorrow more of her hemming and hawing on Medicare for all. I don't have trust that she is going to become, if she became president, is going to fight for Medicare for all. I think this is another Barack Obama, fights for, I'm public option, becomes president. Well, we'll just do a Republican healthcare plan. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statusquo.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statusquo.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.